Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today in DC Dark Legion, we're going to talk about global launch. We finally have an official date. There's a lot of stuff that goes with that official date launch. There's a lot of information we got as far as pre-registration goes. So we're going to go over that, plus some things that I feel that you should know before you jump into the game. So we're going to talk about preparing for global launch now, which is just a few weeks away. A lot to talk about, so let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. We're just going to jump into it. I always say there's a lot to talk about. There's a few things to talk about and some things I want to very much make sure that I get across and make you aware of before you jump into the game, because there are a few decisions to make right off the bat. So first, let's go to the announcement that was shared with us. This is my Discord. I'm on the official updates. I bring all the official updates into my official Discord so you can join us. Come and join the conversation and talk with everybody else who's playing the game and sharing all of their experience. I've been playing this game off and on in its various forms for over a year now. The first technical test that I played was back in January of 2024. The official date, as you can see, March 14th. I put out on my X what the Play Store said, what the iOS App Store said. It said it was the 13th, so it was only off by a day. But March 14th, it's only a few weeks away. Definitely want to pre-register. Anybody who's currently in soft launch is already going to get the pre-registration rewards. However, here's one thing that you can do to help. You can see that we've got different pre-registration numbers here, right? So you have 1 million, 2 million, all the way up to 10 million pre-registrations, and each one of these milestones gets us different rewards. So even if you're playing the soft launch version of the game right now, go to the link and make sure to pre-register so that we can help tick up the rewards, because we want to get these max rewards here because we got some pretty cool stuff here. So March 14th, global launch, fantastic, only a few weeks away. Go and pre-register and help get these numbers up. Let's get the numbers way up. All right, so let's talk about the rewards. Guaranteed, no matter what we're going to get some cash and some chips, alloys, stims, some gems. We're going to get some resources that are going to help us start off in the game. 1 million pre-registrations. We're going to get some stuff here as well. So two things I want to point out here. You can read all this, but at 1 million, we're going to get a orange legacy pack. So it's going to be a choice of one of these legacy items. These are weapons in the game if you're not familiar with them. So a lot of these are really good. So for me, I would choose Not So Big Hammer. That's a big one for me. Let's see, what else? I think probably that would be the one that I would go for. So I'm looking forward to that one. I don't have that one yet. This one is great for like Harley and a couple other characters in the game, characters that you're going to use for the long term. So that's the one myself I would go for. Cocoon Gun is good, if I remember correctly, for healing, but I want this one. I want this Not So Big Hammer. All right, next, let's talk about the 5 million. This is key. I hope we get up here. I hope we hit 10 million. I want all these rewards, but 5 million, you're going to get a choice of a hero. Batman, Harley, Flash, Wonder Woman, or Green Lantern. So here's my suggestion on that. There's only 3 of these heroes that I would suggest, and only 2 if you're free to play. So if you're free to play, I would go Batman or Harley Quinn. Both are great DPSers. Batman, we got Justice League, great AoE. Harley, self-healing, great AoE, high damage dealer. So both of these heroes are good for free-to-play players. The reason why they're good for free-to-play players is because they are easy-ish to level up, because you're going to have more opportunities to pull them from Bleed, which is the summoning in the game, if you're not familiar with the game. So Batman or Harley. Flash, not a great character right now. Hopefully we see him flourish. Some people like him. I don't feel he's all that great. Wonder Woman, you're going to get plenty of shards from her. You're going to be able to rank her up just fine. Green Lantern. If you are a pay-to-play player or a low spender, then I would suggest going for Green Lantern. If you're free to play, I wouldn't. And the reason why right now, unless this changes, and I'll make sure to update all of you because we've all provided feedback on this, I'll definitely get an update if this changes at all before global launch or on day of global launch. So I'll keep an eye on it. Green Lantern is a paid character only in the game. There's no other way to get him. You can't summon him. There's no other way to get him other than now in this pack right here, if we hit this 5 million pre-registrations, and then through a paid event that's in the game. So If you're a pay-to-play or low spender, I would go with Green Lantern. Best healer in the game. He's fantastic. I love this guy, but he is for pay-to-play or low spenders. All right, so there is that. Couple notable call-outs here as well. This right here, or one more notable call-out. Next week, they're going to update this website here to show us where we are with those pre-registrations. So we're going to pay close attention to that. A couple other things to consider as you're joining the game for the first time. There are multiple servers when this game launches. I'm expecting new servers are going to launch. I would say don't be too quick to stay with a new server. Now you can. There's a couple things to consider. First, with a brand new server, you're going to start the bleed rotation, the summoning rotation here. I'll just go into the bleed at the very beginning. We don't know where that's going to land. So they're doing a test right now with a 4-character summoning pool. I did a video on it. Check out that video. I'll put a link up to it over here if you haven't seen it. They're doing a test on that. If that proves out, if that does well, which honestly, I think it's actually a good move because it gives more opportunity to build up Superman, whereas the current way that we did it is you'd have Superman as the very first summon, that'd go for a period of time, and then you'd have a second bleed, which is a single character summon, and then you'd go through. There has not been a full rotation yet. Superman has not come back around on any server yet. So that 4-character server, I think, is good because you get a selection of 4 really good characters there. So if that continues with Global, which I hope it does, that's something to consider there because you're going to be able to build Superman up pretty quickly. Zatanna is part of that equation as well, as I believe Sinestro is there, and there's one other that that's escaping my mind right now. But something to consider. If that doesn't go forward, then Superman's going to be the first bleed, and you're going to need to make a decision on if you want Superman or not. We don't know where we are going to be with the other servers. Now, if they continue with that 4-character summon, it's a mouthful for some reason for me, that is also something that's going to be duplicated on other servers, on the previous servers, all the early access servers that we're on. So you're going to be able to go and get Superman anyway over there, regardless of where the bleed is on any of those servers, because that is supposed to be an extended bleed lasting longer than the single character bleeds. So something to keep in mind there. That's really the biggest thing. Something to consider as far as moving to one of the older servers, like 204, even 200, which was the very first server that started back, I believe, in November, is you can join an already established league that has established practices in the events, that also has their tech tree built out. Let me go there really quick. These tech trees, a lot of us have these tech trees almost maxed out. And the benefits is you're going to get combat stat benefits, you're going to get resource gathering benefits, you're going to get construction benefits, research boost, construction boost. There's a lot of benefits you're going to get from an established tech tree. So think about that when you get into the game. Where do you want to go? You want to start off fresh with a brand new league? Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Or do you want to go into some of these older servers and say, hey, we got some established guilds who will provide benefits right off the bat? So now you may be asking, well, yeah, but if I go to an older server, everybody is higher level than me, and how am I ever going to catch up? The thing with this game is most of the events in this game are cross-server, and the ones that aren't are actually seems to be moving towards a cross-server. So Guardian Challenge, which is a specific server event, it's the server that you're on, is going to be a cross-server event. Meta Brawl is going to be a cross-server game mode. The only one that's not is Rift. And Rift, it doesn't matter how high a level anybody else is. That is mostly personal rewards for yourself. And how you do in Rift on any other server versus a brand new global server is going to be exactly the same. It's all based on your level and the amount of damage that you can do. So there are some things to think about as far as where you want to go. You may have friends on other servers. You may have been waiting. Maybe you want to come join our league here. We've got a fantastic league with some great people. Here's my shameless plug. We got some room for some active players for sure. All right, so there is that. So we went over server selection. We went over selector packs, right? The next is resources. Just really quick, there's a fair number of resources on my YouTube channel. Definitely join my Discord. I've got some guides. We've got tier lists. We've got a lot of conversation happening with people who have been playing this game for a while. So if you want to benefit from the experience of other people, just ask questions and get some help as you start the game, definitely join Discord. Check my YouTube channel out as well. Lots of content there on the game, spanning the last year, so you can kind of see how this game has progressed as well. So there you go. Just a few things to think about as global launch approaches March 14th. Super excited that it's finally coming out. Only a few weeks to go. I can't wait for everybody else to get their hands on this game. I've been having a blast, and the community has been great as well. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.